Welcome to the season 2 premiere of Reel Movie Feud. Excited to see our competitors today. We have Jacob, Kenny, and Matt. It's time to play some Reel Movie Feud. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the season 2 premiere of Reel Movie Feud. I am your host, Cole, and I have some lovely competitors today. You've already met them. We got Jacob, we got Kenny, we got Matt. How you guys feeling? You guys feeling feudy? You guys feeling family? Like, what's the vibe here today?
Apparently, my agent told me there was another match today after my one yesterday and the one from last week, so sure, I'm down.
Well, fun fact, it's not a match, Jacob, because you're on a game show, actually. So
It's a feud!
Idiot.
Yeah, so
You know what? That's fair. Okay. How much I get paid?
Well, Cole, I'm feeling real today.
You're feeling real. Okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully
2 E's or an E and an A?
that's
Two
a
E's.
two
Of
E's.
Real Movie Feud.
Right, of course. So Jacob's counting on his fingers here.
Sorry.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm really happy to be running the show again this season, and I feel like our players are chomping at the bit here. Right, guys? Yeah. Okay. All right. It's been a while, so let's remind everybody of the rules. So here's how we're going to play tonight. So there are going to be 5 rounds of gameplay. Each round, players are going to be given a prompt. Those players will have 2 turns to answer said prompt, okay? And then they will receive points according to the top 5 answers on the board. So your number 1 is going to get you 50, 2, 40, and so on and so on. Tied answers are going to add a 6th option to the board that will be announced ahead of the answering of the question. And so they'll get the same point value as the tied answer. So if there are 2 answers at number 3, 2 possible choices or opportunities for 30 points. The top 5 answers are based on prompt criteria. So that could be from a couple different sources, Letterboxd, Metacritic, a couple places we've been talking about tonight. So we'll see what's in store. After round 1, players are going to go in the lowest point order. So that gives those people a chance to catch up. And then the highest score at the end of the 5 rounds wins, unless there are ties, of course, which hopefully not. So with that, let's get some comments up in here. I got to shout out Colin because he put this at 2:30 today when the live stream went scheduled. So he's the real homie for this one.
He's literally earlier than Kenny.
Holy freaking crap. I mean, what can we say? And Sam here. Awesome, guys. Appreciate you showing up today. And the other guys. So yeah.
Good movie.
Good movie.
Aim for the bushes?
Was our match together? Was that like 3 years ago now?
I think so. Yeah. This is actually the day it happened. This is the anniversary.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I think it was in like January or something, right?
Yeah, it was pretty early, 2022.
So yeah, exciting stuff. But anyways, now we have the rules. We're gonna try something new tonight, guys. We're going to the spotlight. Hi, welcome. So, actually, let's not go to the spotlight yet because we got to get the order set first, of course. But we'll start in alphabetical here. So Jacob,
that's me.
This is going to determine the order for the following rounds. So, or for the first round here. So, Jacob, I want you to tell me the current average for the film AVP, Aliens versus Predator.
Oh, fuck. I'm gonna go 2.5.
Oh,
that's it. You have 2 decimal points.
2.56.
Okay, 2.56. Got it. Okay, and I gotta put the names in here. Apologies, but while I'm doing that, Kenny, go ahead and give me your guess here.
2.14.
2.14. Okay, not
you gotta have faith in the aliens.
These aliens or predators, for that matter. Big alien and predator today. So I mean, it's like there's no trailer and everything. So, all right, and Matt, what's your guess?
I'll go 2.13.
2.13. No
God
confidence.
damn
here.
it!
Wow, you guys are underestimating the
I
power
hope
of the
it's-
aliens.
I
and
hope it's
predators.
above my number.
On
so-
Letterboxd.
So, the order for today is actually going to be the same as it is right now. So Jacob is the closest here. The correct answer was 2.58 as of today.
Ooh.
So
Okay.
yeah,
I was
so
off by
not
0.02.
as hated as you might think, I guess. So yeah, 2.56 is Jacob's guess. So only a 0.02 differential there. Kenny 0.44 and Matt 0.45. So
Call it now, honestly.
yeah,
It was a good run.
yeah, listen, it happens. Alrighty. So now let's get into some gameplay here. So let everyone get their sips of drinks and stuff out of the way.
I'm so feudy right now.
All right, Mr. McCreary. Oh, sorry, I'm doxing you. You didn't have your last name on there. My bad.
Wait,
Uh,
Cole. Sorry. Do we? Is
And
there a
his
time limit on
address
the answers,
is-
A rough time limit. Just
or just
you know,
honor code? Okay.
a little honor code. I will
Bad
say,
idea,
don't waste my
Cole.
time, and I won't waste yours. So just you
Okay,
know.
Peach.
Okay. Well, all right, and we can just bye, Jacob. Anyways, so all right,
Well
Mr.
done.
All right, Mr. McCurry. I want you to tell me if I can get the banner up, of course. According to letterbox.com, what are the most popular Jesse Eisenberg films?
I feel like I gotta go with the obvious. I'm gonna go The Social Network. Final answer.
Jacob is going with The Social Network. The Social Network is worth 50 points. Let's get started off really well here. Not too bad. Not too bad. All right. And so we will go to Kenny. There are still 4 answers left on the board here.
I really think it's a real pain. Final answer.
Okay. I like all the final answers today. A Real Pain is the number 2 answer that's going to get you 40 points.
Good answer. Good answer.
Matt looking a little
Yeah.
defeated here, but
He
let's see.
wanted that one.
He's writing it down. Oh,
I
that's
shoulda
a
just-
strat.
I should have just guessed in between Kenny and Jacob and just secured the second in the round. Okay, it's okay. I'm over it. Anyway. Okay. Most popular, like rating wise or viewed wise?
Apologies. So, in accordance to Letterboxd specifically, popularity refers to like in terms of how many interactions it has on the film, how many people have liked it, how many people have rated it. So it's just general activity on the film. So it doesn't
Oh.
necessarily correlate to, hey, we critically love this movie or fans love it. It's just, hey, it's popular because it's being watched, interacted with, so on and so forth. So.
Okay.
Hopefully that's some clarity. Apologies on that one. I know it's been a long while since we've had the show, but yeah, that's how
Okay.
it goes on Letterboxd. So
I'll just do Now You See Me.
Yeah, good answer.
Matt's going with Now You See Me.
Very curious.
Do we see an answer today?
Ooh.
I think you
Probably
do.
not.
We do. That is 20 points on the board for
Yep.
Matt.
Ooh,
Alright.
okay.
And I
So-
think I know what the 30 is.
Okay, well, we're moving along. Okay, I don't want guys. Hey, we can think about our answers.
I'm trying to go for a certain answer, but
Mhm.
it's just so risky.
So, right now we still have the 3 and the 5 left on the
3
board.
and 5.
Yes.
I think the 2 I have in my head are the 3 and 5. So it's basically just which one.
As a reminder
think
to
is-
competitors, if the board is cleared, that is the end of that round. So,
Wow.
Matt, fingers crossed for you on that one.
Okay.
But we'll see. Okay.
I'm gonna lock in. Okay. Batman versus Superman. Final answer.
Oh, popular.
I'll give you that.
The Dawn of
the-
Justice. Is
You're
that
good,
what you're
you're
looking
good.
for?
That is the 10-point answer. So that puts Jacob
Okay.
at 60 points. We'll go to Kenny next.
Zombieland. Final answer.
That was my other option.
Zombie Land is our 30-point answer.
Oh, I should have just did it. The whole entire time I was thinking Zombieland, I was like, no, it's a superhero movie. It's got to be
was like-
higher.
I was like, Jacob, are you selling? But like, you got points. But I didn't think about popularity. So
Yeah.
people are crazy.
Snyder people are a little crazy, not gonna lie. But they said James Gunn like 40 times in that featurette, so maybe that will transfer over to
I should
the
just
next DC thing.
No, it can't be.
Yeah, remember when he like shaved his head for that little bit at the end, and then nothing happened to him actually. Nothing. There was no other movies or anything else.
That's
guys.
true.
Yeah, nothing else. So yes, that does end the round. So at the end of that round, I forgot I can do tickers. Yeah, we'll come back to this. Jacob with 60 points, Kenny with 70, and Matt at 20. So Matt, there's still plenty of game though, so don't feel too discouraged.
true.
You got plenty of time to catch
to
up.
go beast mode.
Oh, okay. Is that what it's time
Yeah.
for?
Yeah.
I
think
actually
it's
think
first.
it's
Oh.
actually time for we need to talk to Jacob. It's been a hot second since
It has been a minute.
so yeah,
Um,
let's talk to Jacob here. Hello, Mr. McCreary. How you doing?
you know what? I'm doing okay.
Yeah. How you feel about your performance so far? Doing pretty good.
I should
for the
have just
most
went with
part?
Zombieland. I should have just went with Zombieland.
Yeah.
It literally in my head that was like the second thing to appear in my head before like a real pain. And I was
Gotcha.
like, no, it's a superhero movie. It's gotta be 3, right? Then I forgot it's a mother effing DC superhero movie, so you gotta take it down a few steps.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially a Snyderverse movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
But speaking of taking down 2 steps, I hear you have an interesting topic you'd like to talk about
I
today.
do.
Yeah.
There was a couple that came to my mind, but I really just wanna there's these things called tariffs going on, okay? And really what I want to touch on, we're physical media lovers,
That's true. Yeah, look, I
You
mean,
support physical
I got my
media,
giant
no
collection there,
Plex
too.
servers, nothing.
Whoa, wait.
Unless you're ripping it from your DVD that you already own.
I think we can
Other
live in
than
a world
that-
with both. I mean, I don't think it's impossible.
But you know what, Cole? I see a bunch of, good-looking movies. But the
It's true.
problem is tariffs could have an impact on movie prices.
Yeah.
Most of the discs manufactured around the world for these movies is in Mexico. And as you know, Mexico is possibly going to get a 25% tariff. Who knows what's going to happen? But you got to be prepared for the 25% tariff. That could mean, your movies are going up by like $3 or $4. It doesn't add up. I mean, it does
Yeah.
add up over time, but
Yeah,
at first,
Mexico,
Mexico.
Yeah, Mexico.
Yeah. So it's going to affect, the disc prices.
Right.
It's going to drive up the movie cost overall. And so I just gotta be warning you guys, as fellow physical media collectors,
Yeah. So I guess the big question then to ask is like, are we going to be seeing more of a niche market for it as it develops because they're not getting some of these cheaper discs out, right? And so then the grandpa and grandma buying it at the Walmart,
Right.
they're not doing that as much. Plus, the proliferation of like steelbooks and just a lot of these other higher ticket item, collector's editions. I mean, Jacob, I know you're a big fan of those and you definitely watch on those, but how do you think that's going to affect like the middle range, like the standard Blu-rays we got back here?
See, that's what I was thinking. Already, Disney is making all their most of their 4K releases nowadays are only steelbook. You can only get it as a steelbook, and they're charging when they first come out. Pre-orders start at over $50 now for the recent releases that they've been doing, and I think that's really going to drive out, your average movie goers. I see even really top movie fans even saying those are too high of prices.
Yeah.
And then I think when it comes like the grandma and grandpa, that just wants that DVD, I think it is going to affect them a little bit, because they're used to those, $5 bins at Walmart.
Yeah.
But with the
I've dug through some of those.
They're going to get angry about that. I know they're good deals. They're good deals.
Sometimes,
and I think they are going to get angry if they're going to be like, "There's no more of those bins."
Yeah. So
I think it's going to phase out, and it's going to be. I hope it doesn't hurt the business too much.
I hope so too. But obviously there are collectors and stuff too, so we have to be on the eye for those. And people just buy up things in general now, just for speculation. So
that's true.
We'll have to see. So, but the general consumer, I feel like, is going to be hurt in general. I mean, everything is going to be hurt, but particularly on the movie front.
PSA: if the Disney releases are coming out that high, please don't buy it. We got to tell them not to keep those prices. Please don't purchase it. I know you're
Wow.
watching out there, every physical media collector. Just don't buy it.
Every one of them. Everyone.
You don't need
Wow, we have this
one
view.
a 4K on Steelbook for $60 out the door.
Yeah, that's a bit steep for me, I have to say. But I also like my $5 steelbooks that I find randomly. So
Now I
those
say
are
that
fun.
as I do have some, some collector's editions that are a little higher than that.
Mhm.
But that's just because, it's special stuff. This is just a basic steelbook. But anyway, I rest my case. Tariffs, just be watching out for it.
Yeah, absolutely. So, all right, let's get back to the game here. So, I did want to pull up some comments about that. Let's see what do we got. Sam.
Is she gonna call me out now?
Sam did some research last time. You guys were all together. So,
Oh.
2022.
Oh, wow.
So exactly 3 years ago.
Yeah, Maddie coming with a Zombieland Nation. I didn't know that was a thing.
I am a
Oh,
zombie.
there's fighters. There's fighters.
Movie podcast. This is my TikTok page. Who knows? Maybe these will be TikTok edits. Who knows? We'll just clip them out. I do want to note this. It doesn't surprise me, Maddie, big Trolls fan, obviously.
Trolls.
And
Oh.
not just for the grandma
From
and
the
grandpa.
$5 bin. From the $5
Yeah.
bin. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. Sam does not purchase any physical media in our except for
are we pulling? Yo, that's it. That's literally it.
This is what you need to support down below.
And Trolls band together on 4K.
Whoa, that's big.
No,
That's big.
you need that.
All right, guys, we're getting a little sidetracked. I feel like we got to get back to the feud.
Sorry, guys. PSAs. I'm sorry.
We can't get along this well. We still got to be feuding just a little bit,
Kenny, you said Zombieland.
Jacob, I was upset until you told me to not buy the 4K of Snow White.
No.
Alrighty, so Matt, we're starting with you because you're currently the lowest scorer, but that's fine. This is a great time to catch up.
It's
Okay.
It's still anybody's game.
It is still anybody's game. I heard some guy say that once. So Matt, for round 2, we are going over to Metacritic. So
No.
Metacritic is an aggregate of a bunch of reviewers. So we're looking at the critics in this case.
Is this a volunteer thing or are they paid?
Is this the
Is this like a Rotten Tomatoes thing or was this more Letterboxd?
Critics? Yeah, they are verified critics.
Okay,
so they're not. It's not just whoever
Propaganda.
So major news outlets, though. Yes. So
Okay.
Alrighty. With that, Matt. Oh, okay. To start, I'll tell you. So, Matt, I want you to tell me the highest rated Charlize Theron movies. I don't know her last name very well. That does not include any cameos. So, just gonna start that. For this round, we got 2 ties here. So we have 2 possible answers at 3 and 2 possible answers at 5. So a lot of answers on the board. So everybody was very still there. That scared me. I thought my internet went out. Okay, Matt, go ahead. Ask your question.
So this is like comparable to like the tomato meter?
This is comparable to an aggregate of the critics' ratings. So if they give a movie, 92 out of 100 and somebody else gives it, 90 out of 100, then the aggregate is 91. Does that make sense? So it's an average, not Rotten Tomatoes where it's like, hey, how many people liked it versus how many people didn't like it, and that determines that rating. This is specifically average ratings of everybody, and sometimes they have to infer, but for the most part, I think that's how it goes. So
sounds good. Well, the first one to come to my head is Mad Max Fury Road, so I'm just gonna go with that.
Mad Max Fury Road is our number 1 answer. That's going to give Matt 50 points, and that's going to tie him with Kenny. But so we'll go to Jacob.
Now I gotta think of Charlize Theron movies.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
Wow.
Does she have to star or just be in it? Sorry for interrupting, Jacob.
Just has to be in it, just no cameos. That was
oh, sorry.
Role. Yeah, no, you're fine. To be fair, that's a good question. Starring and being in it is different. He's blanking. Wow, that's wild.
I got like 2 movies, but I don't feel like they're high rated. Like I can't think of movies. So I guess I'm just gonna have to Okay, I can think of 3, but
Okay.
I don't think none of them are close. So I'm just gonna rip one. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna go for Atomic Blonde. Final answer.
Atomic Blonde. Atomic Blonde is not on the board at all, actually. I should clarify, Matt, your point was a meta score of 90. So
Oh, that's good to know. Okay.
Cool.
yeah, apologies on that one. Still, this is a new idea, so if anyone has any questions, feel free to ask. So, but yeah, so unfortunately, Jacob not getting anything for his choice here, but let's see what Kenny's got in mind.
I'm like blanking on her movies. Like I'm thinking of like Fate of the Furious. I know that's not top 5, or The Old Guard. I don't think that's top 5. And she was in the ending of Furiosa, technically.
Rip it.
Doesn't count. But I do have a pick.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Monster 2003. Final answer.
Monster is our 4th place answer. That's going to give Kenny 20 points.
I'll take 4th place. I'm that's the only one I can think of.
Yeah. Also, I totally forgot to mention this. Going back here, guys. Hey, audience. We got a new concept. I totally forgot to put this in here, guys. Thanks for reminding me. Secret answers. Okay. So nobody's landed on one, but if anyone gets a secret answer, that's going to give them 10 points and another chance to go. So hopefully we see it tonight. If not, I'll reveal them at the end. Yeah, just want to put that out there. People were throwing a lot of movies. So yeah. So with that, Kenny got 20 points from that. So he's at 90. And let's see, I've already lost track. Let's see who hasn't gone. Jacob, you haven't gone.
No,
Jacob
I have.
Jacob, you have gone. That's right, because
It's Matt's turn.
It is Matt's turn. That's right. Jacob, you gotta get something though, man. Come on.
I'm gonna rip Bombshell. Final answer.
Bombshell. Bombshell is not even on the board.
Wow.
Is that the right title? That's like the Margot Robbie.
Yeah,
one?
I believe that is the right.
Yeah, that's
one.
the Fox News one.
Yeah. So, wow. Yeah. So, okay, gosh, see it, and that's I already forgotten. It is Jacob next though.
I can't think of any other movies besides one that Kenny has already said. So I'm just gonna say Fate of the Furious. Final answer.
There's no way.
Jacob says The Fate of the Furious. The Fate of the Furious is the secret answer.
Let's go! I thought it was gonna be. Let's go.
What about Fast X? Why isn't that the secret answer?
Hello, audience.
Charlize Theron movies.
I picked this specifically. Her dreads in that movie are awful. Awful. I just want to say that was a choice somebody made.
But that's
and
why
that is absolutely why it's a secret answer today. I could have gone with a lot of fast movies. I had to pick one. That was the one I chose. So
does secret answer get points?
Secret answer does get points. It's 10 points, and they get to go again.
Well, Jacob, you get to go again, even though you don't know any more movies.
Even though he doesn't know any more movies, but he's got another shot.
Rip, like you said, you thought of like 3. Just
yeah. What are the other ones?
It was Mad Max Fury Road, Atomic Blonde, Fate of the Furious, and then what was the other one?
I'm just like drawing a blank of like late 2000s to 2010.
I have
my other one was Hancock. Final answer.
Hancock is not on the board.
Okay,
that was my other one.
Another secret answer.
Good answer. Good answer.
Okay, I might need to actually start tallying how many times you guys go, because yeah. Okay, so
it's just Kenny. It's just Kenny left.
It's just Kenny. Yeah, Kenny's last here. So Kenny's also still in the lead, by the way. But Jacob and Matt are tied at 70. So, but let's see if Kenny can get even bigger lead here.
She's got to have a movie in like the late 2000s that I'm not thinking about. It's The Italian Job. It's with Mark Wahlberg. What's my time? Do I have a time?
Hey, Kenny, if you're respectful to my time, I'll be respectful to yours. So just be considerate. I can give you 30 seconds if you like.
What, 30? Yeah. I'm just kidding. That's
30 is a lot. You don't have to do 30. You can do 20.
Okay. We're negotiating for against.
Yeah, here we go. I'm gonna come up with a movie in the next 20 seconds.
Okay.
Dude, I can't think of just like
Neither, like-
movies right now. Is that
Yeah,
the
I
point
know.
of the,
I
point of the
I'm
game,
okay, let's
right?
do 2007. I'll write
After
that down.
Kenny, Cole, can I throw out a guess for no points just out of curiosity?
I will, yeah. So because last round you guys got all the 1 through 5. This round I will reveal all the remaining answers.
Okay.
Because the 6 through 7 will be the tiebreakers when we get to that. So you can throw out a random guess, without for no
Okay,
points.
I'm just gonna rip one because there's no way
Ugh.
to find one. Oh, sorry. I know that's kind of gross, but
Ew.
I'm just gonna say the old guard.
The Old Guard. The Old Guard is not on the
Fake
board.
movie. I've never heard of that movie.
Netflix movie. That's why.
It is a Netflix movie.
I gotta
so.
know. I gotta know the rest.
Yeah, this
of
is
these.
crazy.
Yes, I need to know this.
So, okay. So, as a reminder, I gotta keep forgetting. I'll just go down the list. If I forget to say what the actual score or value is, please tell me. But Mad Max Fury Road was the number 1 answer at 50 points. That was a meta score of 90, so the highest for sure. Kubo and the Two Strings at 84 out of 100.
She's in
Because
there.
I didn't see her. That's why.
That's true. But you did see her in The Cider House Rules at 75 on Metacritic.
Nope.
Or Tully at 75 on Metacritic.
That was
have
the one I guessed.
Oh,
I
That was
have
your guess.
one other guess. I have
Think
one
about
other
that.
guess.
All right. And then let's see. So Kenny got Monster for 20. That was 74 out of 100. Yeah, some fun things. That Thing You Do at 71, tied for 5th, alongside Young Adult. Young Adult, that's another one by that same director of
wow.
Tully.
This is.
Dude, these
So-
are fake movies.
Wasn't like
Is that
Bombshell
thing you
Oscar
do,
nominated?
the Zemeckis movie?
Man.
What was that?
No, that's the Tom Hanks movie, the directed one. He
That Thing
directed.
You Do, yes, is the
Cole, is this the one that you said was hard?
all right. So
Oh,
I'm so surprised Bombshell was not on there. Like, what, didn't it go to the Oscars at least? I know. I don't know. I haven't seen it. But
I think it just went for makeup.
that's it. Not like even
Nicole
like screenplay or
Kidman
anything.
wig. Nicole Kidman
Kidman
wig.
wig.
Well, also Roger Ailes makeup.
Let's make up interesting.
That's not a quote. I
I'm
thought
just gonna
I'd
go
hear
double
on
check.
Reel Movie Feud.
It lies as it lies. Just want to be clear. So what's on the board here? But I am gonna double check Bombshell just to be sure here.
I will.
I felt so
Metacritic,
cool
Metacritic
with that
scores
answer.
are also so jank.
Yeah,
I don't.
I can tell you it's not on the board. So
Wow.
Wow.
but it doesn't mean it's not the tiebreaker. So just want to be clear. That's still
Yeah.
an option.
It could still be the best movie ever.
Could be Hancock. Could be Hancock.
See, now I want to check Hancock.
Old guard. Yeah.
You didn't check all the movies, Cole. Come on.
I
now.
did. Well, if I didn't check it, it probably means it wasn't even close. So I'm just gonna say that.
It's a
But
superhero movie.
all right. Well, hey, let's move along. Oh, Kenny, you're in the wrong spot. Come on, come on.
Oh.
But hey,
Oh, God.
Kenny, but you are about to be in the right spot. So let's chat a little bit. Hey, Mr. Prather, how you doing?
Let me scooch over. I'm good, Cole. How are you?
I'm doing swell. You're doing pretty good tonight. So that's great to see. Yeah, not too bad. 90 points. But your competitors are catching up at 70 and 70. So yeah, keep an eye out for that for sure.
I raced.
Yeah. So hey, Kenny, what do you want to talk about?
Well, I'm here to talk about just about the future 2025 slate of movies.
Oh yeah,
and all the movies I'm excited for. which
Absolute
is a lot.
Cinema. Hold on,
Yeah.
wait. Absolute Cinema. What's on your radar? What are you looking forward to? Is there anything that's like bigger blockbuster that you're looking forward to versus art house or kind of limited release stuff?
Well, because I was just thinking about I realized I couldn't pull up Letterboxd during this to like just look at my
Yeah,
list.
you probably shouldn't do
and
that.
just from memory. In soon we got The Shroud. We got Cronenberg's new movie.
That's true. That's coming up.
That comes out in 2 days, so that'll be fun. We got the Tim Robinson and Paul Rudd friendship movie.
Mhm. Yeah. Oh, dude, I'm excited for that.
That seems amazing. What else we got? I guess there's a Marvel movie next week, right?
Is
Thunderbolts Asterisk, right?
Is it 2 weeks from now? I think it's May 5th.
Oh, okay.
So it's coming up. But
I'm excited for that.
yeah. So
Mission Impossible. Don't even need to know anything about it. I'm there.
But you do know a lot about it, I'm sure.
I do know a lot about it. Yes. Yeah.
It's the final
I'm
record.
part of the IMF, so that's why.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
There's-
did you
I've
choose
done
this mission? Was this one of the ones you chose tonight?
Yes. I
Okay,
chose to
that's
watch the
big.
movie. Yeah.
That's big. So
But there's a lot. I feel like there's a lot in the second half of the year, so that's very exciting. Like there's a lot that's premiering at Cannes.
Yeah.
There's a Noah Baumbach movie with Adam Sandler and George Clooney. I'm so there called
Mhm.
Jay Kelly. I know there's a Kelly Reichardt movie with Josh O'Connor. It's like a Vietnam War set movie that's also a heist movie.
yeah.
I'm there for that too. That sounds
Okay.
amazing.
Yeah.
I think there's a Park Chan-wook movie. There's a little franchise called Avatar.
Oh yeah, the one with the
Yeah.
water, in the way of it.
Big Jim is back. So
Big Jim. Oh, that's what you call him. You are homies like
yes.
that. Okay.
Yes, we're best buds. And then One Battle After Another, the new PTA. Oh my God, I'm already there. And then Weapons, the new Zach Kreger movie. That
Yes.
the marketing for that has been insane.
Yeah,
I've
it
been
has,
really-
hasn't it? It's definitely very
Kids
mysterious in a way.
running out like this for some reason. Like they're doing like a mini they just run out like this. And
Like
they just-
what, Kenny? Like
this. Here, I'll demonstrate.
okay.
They just do that. They just like all walk out at 2:17 a.m. and Josh Brolin is there to be like, "What's going on here?"
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, thank you, Matt. Phoenician Scheme. Yes, we got a new West this year. So
That's true. Yeah,
There's
that's
probably
a
a ton I forgot about, but I don't want to take too much time.
yeah. That trailer didn't do much for me, but I'm still always gonna check.
I
it out,
agree.
so.
Yeah, it was kind of like it was. I think I was overstimulated by that trailer. There was like
Okay.
it was just going so fast. I'm like, Wes, you got to calm down. Like,
And I gotta say, I hate the trailer before the trailer now on YouTube and stuff. It's the worst because it's like, you know what I mean? You just see everything, but
Worst
then you don't see
trend ever.
anything, and then you're like, oh, I saw this before. Oh, I just saw
Yeah.
it, 2 minutes ago, and then you're just like, oh God. So
Matt says Wicked 2 weekend Trey Edward Schultz film.
That's right.
Four, Superman and Fantastic Four. I think I will see. So
Okay.
I won't be too much of a snob. I will.
hey, Kenny will get off his high horse and go with the mask.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, that's
So I
good.
won't be a snob too much because those seem fun.
That's good. That's good. Well, we got to keep you honest. So, but yeah, let's get everybody back on stage here. So, welcome back. We got some comments from earlier. Let's see, Lydia. Thanks for showing up. You did sleep through a whole round though, which is unfortunate.
Some friend.
But hey, you know what, guys, you got to name a woman. I mean, come on, move with a woman. I mean, come on.
Mastermind by Kelly Reichardt.
So true.
I thought of
Yeah,
Bean
did you
Talk,
consider?
though.
Yeah.
Hey, but Maddie
Bombshell has
didn't either,
3
so.
women.
That's true. That's all you know about it? It just has 3 women?
No, that was
See,
such a hard question.
See, Sam didn't know either. She's a woman.
Interesting.
I named movies with Charlize Theron. I just didn't name the right movies. Okay.
I didn't want to seem too obvious, Sam.
I'm sorry that I have to name more than The Old Guard and Fate of the Furious.
Fate of the Furious. Hey, but it was
there was no cameo, so I couldn't have said Doctor Strange too.
Yeah, I specifically took it.
Yeah.
I took that rule not for that, but
That
took
would be
a
on the
other
list,
ones.
I think, though. I don't think that would be top 5 still.
No, I don't
think it's in the
think
60s
so.
probably. That's my guess.
But hey, let's not speculate. It could still be on the board tonight, guys.
You're
So
right. She
So.
wasn't a cameo.
So yeah, well, we'll see. Clea, big Clea fan.
Oh, yeah.
Cleor.
Big character.
Cleor.
Big character coming up.
Cleor.
Yeah. So. Anyways, but yeah.
You're welcome.
Alrighty, so because we have a tie for second place, we're gonna go in initial order from the first question of the night. So unfortunately, Matt, you will go second place for this. But Jacob,
I mean, this is the hard one.
It's gonna be a hard question.
Listen, they can't all be easy, and honestly, sometimes we gotta have the Fantastic Planet question moment that I've done. No, Jacob. But okay, so I'm gonna change it up a little bit.
Get it?
So, well, actually, I'll go big screen here. Sight and Sound magazine is a great publication, and they do a list of their greatest films of all time. So this is from their list in 2022. but I want you guys to tell me what the most popular, or sorry, their greatest ranked movies on this list that are under 90 minutes. 90 minutes or under. So,
oh my gosh.
Oh.
Oh my
so
gosh.
we're gonna start with Jacob. I'm not gonna lie, this is hard. This is a hard one. But what I will say is, think broad picture. We got.
Kenny is about to do one of
Yeah,
these.
I do. No, I have a question.
Oh, sure, Mr. Prather.
So is it?
Oh, yes. Hi. Yes, it is not based on how short they are. It is what their rank is, and if they're under 90 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, so it's like number 67 is under, and then we go to 82. That's the next one that's under.
Right. Yeah. So yeah.
Not
So,
ranked by
like-
strength. Okay.
Right. So if is Avatar longer or Avatar 2 longer?
Avatar 2.
If I had
Yours.
Avatar at number 1 and Avatar 2 at number 2, if they were under 90 minutes, they're not. Your Avatar would be the number 1. Avatar 2 would be number 2 because it's just higher on the list that they have.
Yes. Okay.
But the point being that they're all films under 90 minutes. 90 minutes or under. So
Jacob, what you thinking?
I have a few. I've had
This is
some time
tough.
to. Sorry, I didn't know you guys were waiting on me.
no, hey, I listen. Matt's pressuring. I love it. I love to see it.
Okay, I have a few in my head.
Okay.
I don't know if it's 90. I know it's a short movie though, so I'm gonna say 12 Angry Men.
No!
Final answer.
12 Angry Men. Maybe Matt will be an angry person tonight. 12 Angry Men is not on the board.
It must be more than 90.
I think
right?
it is. I think it's significantly over. I think.
Oh my
I
god.
can't think of short movies.
So, these competitors are gonna have a tough time here. But hey, this is the rules of the game. But Matt, you are up next. And by the way, just to say, if nobody gets any points this round or this half, I'll provide some clues. I think it's only fair. So,
Okay.
but yeah, Matt.
Of all time, less than 90.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, Sight and Sound. They choose. It's not necessarily just blockbusters. It's some of the
Yeah.
greatest films of all time. That can be from any niche part of genre or just in general, like in terms of big blockbusters. But that could also just mean the art house of art house. So think pretentious. I would say. I think that's a fair way to
Yeah.
to go about this.
I'll do City Lights. Final answer.
City Lights. Matt, City Lights is unfortunately not on the
Oh,
board.
Dude,
I do
that's
love that
crazy.
answer though.
Kenny, was that your guess?
no, it was on my board. It was on my board.
That's a
was like-
fun guess. I love that.
I wrote down Buster Keaton, and I was like,
Mhm.
out of all between him and Charlie Chaplin, it has to be Charlie Chaplin. But
So no competitors getting anything yet. It's just a tough one.
okay.
I thought Kenny. Okay, I thought Kenny had to go, right? Or did he already go?
Yeah, Kenny's
Kenny's next.
supposed to go.
Yep.
Okay,
You guys were
okay.
tied at 70
Yeah,
points.
this is
Kenny
my
was at
turn.
90.
Oh,
so it's
okay,
Kenny's
okay.
turn. Yep.
Sorry, I thought we were going looping back around. Okay.
This is tough because I can't think of movies that are like.
While Kenny's thinking, Lydia bringing the great point of bring back the 90-minute movie.
I mean, they
True.
exist. They
Bring back
exist.
like the 70-something, 60-something minute movie.
Oh,
60
no,
We need
no,
like a
no,
Master
no.
I
Master
think
of Disguise
Minecraft, the
type
Minecraft
length
movie
movie.
was 90 minutes, so there you go.
Wow,
I think it was like under.
That's crazy, actually.
No,
maybe the Minecraft movie's on
I think
here.
it was like just over 90 minutes, maybe.
It's not. It's list came out in 2022.
So it's
Oh,
not
man.
okay.
I have like so many that I'm like it could be 90 minutes or less.
yeah, that's same with me. I think I might have an okay answer.
Okay, I have a. I'm just gonna say something.
Okay.
Thinking pretentious here.
Yes.
Oh, I'm gonna say Breathless.
Breathless. Breathless is not on the board.
Okay,
Guys, we're getting close. We are getting close though in vibes. I do want to say some of you guys have really good answers here.
I'm gonna go for like a super. I know this is under 90.
Okay. Oh, Jacob's just swinging with it.
I know this is under 90,
Okay.
and it's like a classic answer. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go with Nosferatu. final answer.
Nosferatu is not on the board. Jacob
Oh.
hasn't done anything in this round.
Dang it. I thought you were going to give us clues. I went too fast.
You did go too fast. You ran with it.
Give
So
me another chance. Give me another chance.
no, you had to get the secret answer to get another chance. So yeah, unfortunately.
Man, wow.
Matt, just to be clear, this list came out in 2022. It's not movies from 2022.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. But yes. Okay. Who was I put up? Matt.
All
Yeah.
time.
Hey Matt, you wanna let me talk, or you need any clues or anything? Matt, I know Jacob doesn't want to be courteous to that, so.
Kenny, how about we both?
I thought the clues thing was a joke.
Kenny, let's
No.
both go no clues here, just out of fairness for Jacob.
No, you guys can go clues.
Well,
Wait,
well, if none of us, Cole, if none of us gets it, like,
Do we want to do another one more?
get clues?
You want to go one more
Cole.
time?
Come on,
We'll
Cole.
do one more time. with
Yeah,
clues.
if none of us gets, I feel like then we do
One
clues.
more
And
time.
then,
Yeah,
okay.
one more time with clues.
Okay, but Matt,
Okay,
you
you
guess,
know
and I'll
what?
guess.
You know what? I mean, truly, if none of you guys get it again,
hard
I'll
one.
give
We
you guys
need to-
another round. You know what? Let's
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, but Matt, do a genuine guess, and I'm
Okay.
gonna do one too.
Okay.
Mine might be like right at the 90-minute mark. I'm gonna guess Lahane.
La'ane. La'ane is not on the board.
Worth a shot.
A lot of good guesses. I actually really like these guesses. But Kenny, let's see what Kenny's got.
I'm trying to think of like. You said when I said breathless, you said you're close.
I said the same. I
He was
not
talking about
close in the way-
overall or
overall
answers.
vibe.
Yeah.
Overall vibe.
It's just hard to think about this, but
Oh,
I don't know. I wrote down the 400 blows. Final answer.
The 400 blows is not on the board.
Okay, all
And
right.
it's not in the top 8, so I think that's over. I'm pretty sure that's over. So over 90 by a good chunk. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's a good one. It's a longer one though, I think.
It fit in 400 of them, Kenny.
All right. So
Yeah,
I'm
I should
gonna
have done
double
399.
check. We'll still go in the order. So I'll give you one more round or one more try at this. Guys, hey, listen, I can't be perfect. I can't get everything right, but I thought some of these were some good movies, so I thought it'd be fun to try.
Yeah.
Let me double check the year on one of these. And I can tell you, I'll give you a year range. Is that fine? Does that help?
Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah.
Sure.
Because I
That'd
think
be
it's
great.
I think this might help you. Okay. So
Is this one clue that'll apply for each of our guesses?
this is a clue that's gonna help all you guys. And
Okay.
then so regardless, Jacob will go first here. So okay.
Nosferatu was a good guess.
In no particular order, we got 2 movies from the 1920s and 3 movies from the 1960s. And I would say these are all art house in a way, at least by modern standards, or just, lower budget. And there is no Ben-Hur on here. No, that it makes sense. It's like a 3-hour long movie. But definitely
decade too. Or is it in the 20s?
So yeah, we got 2 movies in the 1920s and 3 movies in the 1960s. So
Kenny, that knocks out Evil Dead.
I would love that.
I mean, that is a movie that I think probably someone submitted.
I think somebody could submit it.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, well that knocks out a bunch of my guesses, so that's good, I guess. So I'm gonna go with 1920s, I think. Hopefully, if not, I look even more stupid. I'm gonna go with the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. Final answer.
Oh, please don't be secret answer.
the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari is not on the board. Sorry, Jacob.
Man,
Yeah.
woo!
I was getting ready to guess that one, Jacob.
When he said 20s, that's immediately what I thought of.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you still could guess the secret answer.
It's true. Greatest, like, could it just be like historically monumental? Like, even if it's not like a good quality thing?
It's
You know what?
whatever
Let
they
me
like
read
the
you.
most.
Let me read you their blurb. I think that's fair.
Can't get right, Jacob.
Oh no.
Time.
I think Kenny and I might be clawing for a similar vibe.
I don't know.
Yeah. So over 1,600 participating critics, programmers, curators, archivists, and academics, each submitting their top 10 ballot. So then that gets whittled down. So yeah, that crowd for sure.
Okay. I guess City Lights already.
Do you guess it again?
Yeah, maybe. Wait, so you said this is. Sorry, what were like the qualifications of these people who submitted this again?
Oh, sure. I'll read you the exact blurb. With 1,600 or 1,639 participating critics, programmers, curators, archivists, and academics, each submitting their top 10 ballot. So, and then that gets curated into a full list of, I want to say 250. Yeah, 250 films total. So,
Okay. I don't know if we're gonna. I think we might need to start thinking outside the box. God, I hope I named this right. I think is it just Man on the Moon? Final answer? Is that the one with the eyeball thing with the moon face? Hopefully that's the
Man on the Moon.
Yeah.
Is not on the board. That is a Jim Carrey movie, I think.
Yeah, I think it's a
what? No,
different.
what's the one I'm thinking? Actually,
Well,
no,
Kenny
let's
could say it.
guess
Kenny
Kenny
could
said
say
it.
it.
No, that's not right because that's a trip to the moon. That's like 1911 or something. It's not.
Oh.
Yeah. I was like, I kept having eureka moments, and then I realized the movie's like 3 hours long. So like I was like, Seven Samurai, but it's also the 50s too, so that doesn't work. But also 3 hours long. God damn. And
one more loop around, Cole.
Jeez, we guys are gonna be here all night. Come on, it's.
I also thought 2001, but that's definitely not under 90 minutes. So I'm at like a total loss. I'm gonna be honest.
I mean, yeah, you can skip if you want.
But that's it, right? That's it for this round?
That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
No.
I'm gonna just go with a Buster Keaton movie.
Okay.
And go with Sherlock Jr.
Sherlock Jr. is not on the board. Sorry,
That'd
guys.
be crazy.
My only other guesses were Great Dictator, Kid, and Modern Times.
This is a rough one. I will tell you. So, just in case we have ties, because we are still kind of getting to that. Nobody's taken a substantial lead. So, but the number one answer is Man with a Movie Camera. I thought that's where you were going with, Matt, and I was like, oh shit, is he gonna get it? That's at rank 9, 68 minutes. Number 2, Cleo 5 to 7, ranked 14 at 90 minutes exact. Persona 1966, ranked 18. That's a runtime of 83 minutes.
Short movie.
The Passion of Joan of Arc 1928.
Yikes.
21, 82 minutes. And then Daisies, the Czech film, 1966. Ranked 28 with a runtime of 76 minutes.
I didn't have those on my board.
Secret answer, because you can't get a secret answer after for tiebreakers. Secret answer was My Neighbor Totoro at rank 72, 86 minutes. So
wow.
Thought somebody might have thrown out a crazy guess here, but
yeah, I was trying to think animated, but I was like, none of them are.
I literally about said Shrek.
So
but I don't know if that's even under 90 minutes.
Alrighty. Well,
so Jacob goes again.
Right. So hey Matt, I do want to talk to you though. So let's chat for a second.
Oh gosh.
Hey Matt.
How's it going?
I think you're still holding it pretty well though, all things considered. I know, yeah, I get it. But hey man, you guessed, you did Price is Right rules on that and you messed up. So
yeah. I don't know why. I just I should have just went straight in the middle, but I don't know if I would have come up with. I would have guessed A Real Pain, but I'm not trying to like follow all the way through. I guess me being in last did let me get Mad Max and.
That's true. Yeah, that was a big. That was
again.
Big
And that was just like, but yeah. But this past round, I was a little nervous because I was like, all right, now the order's gonna haunt me again. But now this round, the order's gonna haunt me again. So maybe I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yeah.
But yeah, so but more importantly, Matt, I
Yes.
gotta ask you. I asked, I was like, okay, well, I gotta know some hot takes this year. And I think you have a great one. And I want to hear your argument because I totally disagree, but I also haven't seen the other film, so I'm not gonna be judged.
Interesting.
Maybe
Yeah.
it'll be
No, no,
transcendent, and I don't even know
it's
it
not
yet.
gonna change your mind.
Okay.
But, yeah. All right. So my claim for the audience is that the Minecraft movie is better than Mickey 17. And here's why.
A Minecraft movie is better than the Bong Joon-ho film Mickey 17.
Yes.
Okay.
Here's why. You can't compare them like they're apples and oranges, right, Cole?
Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment.
You need to set the grounds that, like, obviously if we're talking like criticism, like Oscar, like acting, cinematography, yeah, Mickey 17 is a more technically well-made film. But better is subjective, and you need to think about like what it delivers on. So let's say you're watching a basketball game, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Would you rather watch a really boring game where your team is like comfortably winning, or a really exciting game but you start throwing near the end? And then you lose.
I don't know which one you're putting into which slot here. I actually don't. But
so
go
the
ahead.
Minecraft movie,
Okay.
it's very simple, right? It's not trying to do anything crazy. It's a big studio flick. It's nothing great.
A lot of green screen, a lot of VFX,
Yes.
a lot of like, just kind of...
Surprisingly, I think the VFX held their own.
Okay.
But and Mickey 17 was like, it looked pretty good too.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: is that Mickey 17 has a lot of half-baked themes and ideas that I didn't think were fleshed out fully. And Minecraft, while simpler, I think delivered on its purpose. It definitely had good reception. It had much better like audience reception, like popularity wise, than Mickey 17.
Maybe popularity. I don't know about critically, but go on.
No, definitely not critically.
Okay.
But like enjoyment wise. So like here's the thing. I rewatched Mickey 17 and I didn't feel that it was very rewatchable. Minecraft movie though, I'm kind of itching to rewatch. Maybe as a Jared Hess fan, I'm like looking to come back to it. It's very, I'd argue it's more rewatchable given its runtime. It's more lighthearted movie, and and they're both trying to, I think Mickey 17 is trying to do satirical, like, but not in a comedic sense, more in just like you can like look at the screen and I don't know. But
okay.
So yeah, I think that's, especially when you think about potential. Jared Hess, the bar's not that high. Bong Joon-ho, the bar is extremely high.
And that's the tough part, is because sometimes exactly. He makes Parasite, wins all these awards, and now it's like, what's next? And I appreciate it. I think it's a cool sci-fi venture for him.
It was good.
Brings back the Snowpiercer. But obviously, I mean, there's just a lot of hype there. I mean, I feel like there's hype for a Minecraft movie, but it wasn't like in a way that like people were expecting it to be like
right.
absolute cinema. But
it was never going to break ground. It's a Minecraft,
and I haven't seen it, but from what I've heard, it's a very Jared Hess movie, and I think it's also just people like that kind of like that reaction.
Sure. I definitely had a better theater experience with Minecraft movies. So if we're thinking of the more like,
listen,
for your buck.
Shout out to all the theater employees out there. I'm sorry for your pain, though. I have to say that because Chicken Jockey ain't shit. It brings all the pain in the world. As a past theater employee, I have to say that. But I think I'll have to catch Minecraft on VOD, but I think I will eventually get around to it. So, alrighty, let's get people back on stage here. Kenny has something.
Oh my God. No.
Dead of cringe.
Died of cringe. Sorry.
Oh no.
Wow.
That was really bad. Okay. My died of cringe was really bad.
Let's see.
Cringier than the cringe.
Yeah, it was.
Sam, last round thinking it's gonna be 5 fake movies. No, Sam, these are all real films. Imagine
they are real.
A lot of
help it.
around every movie ever made. It's how it goes, you know. Sometimes that's sometimes how it is, but obviously, you know,
There's one
it's
with
gonna
like
be Jackie riding a horse
Jackie riding horse first film
ever made,
ever made.
which is not true, because that would be, well, I mean, it could have been on there, but I don't know. I think they did features mostly. So
no, they just filmed like a fire department, like walking out. You know, that's what
wow, look at everybody coming out.
No, the train is coming towards the camera.
No!
No, it's gonna hit me.
Alrighty,
This is
folks.
the greatest I've ever
was
felt
there.
in my whole life.
Hey, guys.
Dracula was there.
Guys,
so-
let's get out of the pretentious, okay? we gotta go to the masses now, okay?
Chicken Jackie, chicken Jackie.
Chicken Jackie. Alrighty, folks. I'm just gonna ask it. You know, I could have some build up here, but I think if we just
Let's get right into it.
let's just get right into it.
Let's just jump right into it.
Hey, let's just jump right into it. We're going back to Letterboxd though. I want you to tell me the highest rated Disney live action remakes. So we had some recent we had a recent release for that. So hopefully that brings some clarity here. But we'll see if it's on the board. But yeah, obviously highest rated. So this is in terms of critical or ratings by users on Letterboxd. So we got some good guesses. I'm sure people are writing on their boards. I just, wow, dang, we're getting ahead of it. Yes, and I just want to clarify here, like, not just like remakes of like other Disney live action movies. Like, these are specifically remakes of their animated originals, if that makes sense. So if there's an animated element in the original film or is animated, that's eligible. So we're not talking about like, I can make a case for Tron, but Tron's not on here. I'm just gonna say that. And I don't think it's a remake either. I'd say that's a sequel. But yeah, so Jacob, Matt are tied. I got the score up here. So that's the score right now. Because Jacob and Matt are tied, and Jacob got the first. So Jacob's gonna go first here. So Jacob, what do you think are the highest rated Disney live action remakes on Letterboxd?
You know, there's been so many. I have 3 that I'm thinking of that I'm like, it was very popular, but I don't know if they're high rated. That's the problem. Oh, I just thought of one though. Oh, but I don't know if it's a lot. That's difficult because I don't know if it's considered a remake of a film, but it is. It's like they turned something animated to live action. That's the problem. So, but I kind of just want to go for it. Ooh. You know what? I'm gonna say maybe it counts, and I'm gonna go Cruella. Final answer.
Cruella is our 40-point answer. That does definitely count, Jacob.
Ah,
Yeah.
boom!
I get your point. So yeah, in this case, 101 Dalmatians.
Okay.
But you know, yeah, just generally, it's an
That was good.
adaptation in some regard. So, all right, puts Jacob in the lead. We'll go to Matt though. Matt, what you got?
All right.
What you got? 1, 3, 4, and 5 on the board.
Yeah, the Letterboxd community can be finicky towards these.
True.
I think there was, I have 3 as well, probably similar to what the others are thinking. So I have to think of like what's more likely. I think this one has a little bit more like where. I'll go. I'll do the Beauty and the Beast remake.
I didn't even think about that. Oh my
Beauty and the
gosh.
Beast 2017 is not on the board.
Oh wow.
Yikes. Okay.
So, Kenny is up next.
This was my number 1. I think this is the number 1.
Okay.
But I don't know. But I'm gonna go with Cinderella. Kenneth Branagh's Cinderella. Final answer.
Totally forgot that movie existed as well.
Yeah, so we're going with direct Disney adaptation. So yes, Cinderella, the 2015 film, is on the board, and that's going to get you 20 points at the 4th.
Oh, it's only 20.
So that ties Jacob and Kenny right now. So
Wow.
yeah,
That would be higher. I feel like a lot of people like that one.
I'm surprised Beauty and the Beast wasn't on there at all. Jeez.
so everyone got a shot there. Jacob might be thinking. He's thinking.
I have so many on my board right now. because there's so many made, but they're all not good. And it's like I thought Beauty and
What's
the
the
Beast would
best
be up
of the
there.
turds? It basically is how you look at it. To some,
Best of them. Well, I had a good time at like 2 of these,
okay.
but I don't think it's one of the ones. You know what? I mentioned Hancock earlier.
Okay.
You know, it got me thinking of Will Smith. Okay.
Okay. Okay. I was curious where you're going with that.
And then, you know, it got me thinking of Will Smith movies, and you know, he plays a blue guy in a certain movie.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna go with Aladdin. Final answer.
Aladdin is not on the board.
Good.
I just went with the other.
Oh,
Wow. So we got some hot takes in from our competitors. Okay.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with the Jungle Book.
The Jungle Book. The Jungle Book. Which one are you referring to?
The one with Ben Kingsley and Christopher Walken.
Christopher
Just
Walken.
have to
Oh, I'm a
clarify.
monkey.
Scooby-Doo.
The Jungle Book. That's the 2016 movie. Is not on the board.
Dude,
That was my second choice. That was my second choice.
brutal.
Okay, so since Cruella counted,
Yep.
but that's not like based off of a existing movie. It's just a character, right?
I would say it's based off of the movie in the way that the characters in it, and they're adapting from animation to live action.
But they're not specifically adapting the movie or the movie 101 Dalmatians. That's what I mean. Like,
Right. Kenny, you get the general vibe here.
Just say
right?
the answer that you're thinking of, Kenny. You know it.
Sometimes they have to take creative angles in terms of how they adapt it, but they are either prequels or just they're taking this character or this thing or this concept from a animated film to live action. So
I was just curious because I have two that I feel like go in that zone. I have one also, but like I don't know. I'm gonna go Maleficent. Final answer.
Kenny goes Maleficent. The 2014 film Maleficent, geez, is the third place answer.
No way, dude. Oh my god.
The number one is something stupid. But
okay, hold on. Sorry.
I just remembered one.
Twice.
We did all go around.
Yeah, because Kenny, what was your first guess again? You said Cinderella.
Cinderella.
Matt, you had said Jungle Book, and what was the other one?
That was my second guess, and then Jacob's second guess was Aladdin.
Got it.
I'm gonna write down the rest.
Okay. Yeah. Do we want to make big guesses here? Before?
I think.
Wait. Are we going back around?
No, we're done. But like, I want to guess what the rest.
I'm gonna say, Little Mermaid is one of them.
Hold on, wait. I do want to clarify. Matt, you did go twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone went twice. I was last, so that's why.
Yeah, that's okay. That's what I figured. Because you were.
There's no way. Number one, there's no way it's not Alice in Wonderland.
Okay.
Think about
I wrote
that.
down Alice in Wonderland and maybe Christopher Robin. We'll see.
Yeah, I was thinking of Winnie the Pooh movie.
All right. Number one is Christopher Robin.
I was gonna say that was Maleficent.
3.53.
Yeah,
out
that's
of
just
5. Cruella, number 2, 3.48. Maleficent at number 3, 3.26. Cinderella, 3.24. Pretty close. They're all pretty close to each other. I just want to be so respectfully. You guys were doing good jobs here. It's just Alice in Wonderland 2010 is 3.22. So
I'm really surprised that people like Maleficent more than.
I think I was
Beauty
surprised
and the
people
Beast
love Christopher Robin so much. I feel like
I
that
thought
was
like number 5.
Is it because it's like better than average versus all these other ones being average? I mean, it's kind of
like Ewan McGregor.
It's kind of it's kind
people
of its own
do
thing
like
because,
Ewan McGregor. That's true. So
It's true.
What was the stupid?
oh, the secret answer. Boy, this was
Dragon?
definitely a secret answer. The secret answer was The Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Oh,
I thought that'd be cheeky. So yeah, because obviously it's a loose adaptation of the segment from Fantasia.
Okay.
What song?
yeah.
What song plays during? What
Yeah, what is that?
Yeah, guys, I don't want to get copy strike for classical music, so let's.
I mean, I thought you were
let's be
gonna
sure.
get it because
It's a very
really
classical
close.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I should know the actual piece. I don't know the actual piece.
It's okay.
I was talking about the one from the remake.
From the remake, they used
Like
it in the
it's that
remake.
they use.
Oh, you're talking about when they do the electro
Yeah.
bit, right?
Yeah, and they're like,
Oh God, all my secrets
everybody. Somebody will say
away.
in the comments.
Yeah, somebody's
Definitely
got to put
somebody.
it in there.
Moments
It's
up.
Secrets by One Republic, obviously.
That
Oh,
is that
yeah.
what it is? Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
See, I couldn't remember the.
I knew it was like a One Republic or
Oh, I thought you were just being like.
Imagine Dragons.
I thought you were just like being.
I
like,
think it
joking.
is. I have to look. Let's see. No,
I wasn't.
no
joking.
remake. Little Mermaid.
That was
remake
on my
love.
board. That was on my board. I had.
Hey, we
these,
don't make the rules.
Sam was guessing Maleficent.
Mulan? I didn't know Mulan was.
Yeah,
so good.
Mulan was. I knew Mulan was not good
What
reception.
was
That was
Maddie
that.
thinking?
That's why it
Christopher
was at the
Robin.
bottom.
Sam guessed Christopher Robin. That's crazy. Okay.
What was Maddie
Oh,
thinking?
wow.
Alice with the main song. That's true. I forgot about that too. But yeah,
What?
and then
Cheater boy.
people really liking my secret answer of Sorcerer's Apprentice. So I appreciate all the love.
I had a good time.
Sorry, I won't call it the
Watching
stupid
that
answer.
movie.
I'll call it the silly answer.
But
That's
yeah,
cool.
so.
That's cool, Nicholas Cage.
All right, hey guys, so at the end of that round, let me go ahead and update the banner. So
Anybody.
We're
So
so
dumb.
dumb.
Michael.
Matt Nation, we're so dumb.
Kenny, I understood that reference because I saw that on a TikTok once.
oh dang,
I was gonna
okay.
make a reference. I was gonna guess Charlize Theron in Arrested Development season 3, but that's not.
Oh, I don't think that's eligible. Jacob at
Oh.
It's
110
literally anybody's
points.
game. It's literally
Kenny at
anybody's
so-
game.
140.
We're
Matt,
so
it's still
Matt.
possible. You're still
You
in it.
actually still can win, Matt. Let's
Yeah.
be clear. You
Yeah.
I get the number one. and
I
number-
think people
number
have come back
two.
from worse. I think honestly.
I
people
don't
have
know,
come back-
Oh, yeah.
actually. We'll see.
They have. So
Jacob, I get to go first this time. Okay.
Yeah, you get to go first. I mean, if you want to give it up, you know.
No, I'll take it.
yeah, you can't give it up. You can skip if you want, but you still that's a skip. So you can't.
No,
give it to
I'll
somebody else.
happily.
First Amendment right, Matt.
Okay, nice skip.
Thanks, Kenny.
Alrighty.
No, that
Okay.
was not me. That was not me. That was Jacob.
Wait, what's up? Oh gosh, I don't even know. what you
Matt said he
said.
wanted to skip.
No.
No. I need to hear from his mouth here. So, all right. Last one of the night, folks. We are going to thenumbers.com, which is a box office site. So
It's over.
Oh,
we're looking at box office data at the last one. I love these, man. I mean, I get why it's hard for people, but just think about the populace. Think about the people going to the cinema, going to the movies.
Marvel.
So with that, so it's from thenumbers.com, but I just went ahead and put box office. All right, so this is a tough one. So we got to think here, but interesting stuff. What is the highest domestically grossing films by actors making their directorial debuts?
That's crazy.
So we'll have some interesting, fun ones here.
Jesus.
Wow.
So, hey man, it's Reel Movie Feud. It ain't real easy feud. I mean, you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Wow, this is
That
hard.
easy movie, dude.
I can't
So,
even think of movies.
obviously we're ranking by their total dollar gross domestically. And so with that, think about actors going into directors' chairs. They go for many reasons, sometimes it's, because they're taking over a franchise. Sometimes it's because they've had a pet project forever. A lot of times it's just because some other director flagged. Sometimes, that happens too. Other times it's like, hey, I'm making a statement, so I think for this, consider actors or actors, some that are, actors, but maybe might be known more for something else now. Maybe that's direction. Maybe that's something else. Maybe they're a writer or something like that. But, there's a lot of angles to take this. So hopefully that gives enough context here. Matt, I'm happy to answer questions. I feel like you look like you're struggling here. So please, however, I can lead you guys in the right direction.
No, it's pretty self-explanatory.
Okay.
And I'm just trying to sift through movies, and I don't want to take up too much time, but at the same time, I like want to have an okay answer. So, if you want to do like a timer, that's okay.
No, I mean, hey, listen, like I said, just be considerate, but I think, this is a for one. So,
It was their debut. It's their first director movie.
directorial
Okay.
debut, yeah.
Oh boy.
But before that time, maybe after that time they're still known as actors, but before that time they were predominantly known as an actor in that way. I think that's the best way to put it.
Yeah. Shit. Sorry, poop for all the.
Oh yeah, of course. I'll hit the swear button. Don't worry, you're fine.
Yeah. My ears.
This is tough. It's a tough
Dude,
one.
I don't even know like what they're like.
They're gonna be
of ones, but I don't even know if that's their debut movie.
They might be obvious like once we hear them, but like coming off the dome, like
Yeah, I mean, hey, listen, just start thinking about actors turned directors. It doesn't. It can be anything. Or
Oh.
all right.
Matt's got a guess.
Oh, this wasn't his first movie. It's fine. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Does this account for inflation?
No. This is just total dollar gross. So no adjusted for inflation. Actually, if it's adjusted for inflation, it will say so. So this is just as it lands at the end of its box office run. So.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's not looking too good. Let's go. All right. Yeah, whatever. I'll just say Monkey Man.
Monkey Man is unfortunately not on the board.
Oh my god, there's so many. No.
So we are going to go to Jacob next.
I don't know if it's his debut directorial film. I'm gonna go with the good old-fashioned comedy Tropic Thunder. Final answer.
Tropic Thunder
I don't know if that was his debut.
is not on the board. Sorry,
Yeah.
Jacob.
That was a good guess.
Yeah, that's an interesting guess. Yeah. So if competitors want to reveal more info, I'm not gonna say anything, but
I don't remember what his debut was.
so but or even who it is. So, but yeah. All right, Kenny.
This was the first one that came to mind.
Okay. Sometimes that's the best answer, honestly. Sometimes that's yeah.
Argo. Final answer.
Argo is not on the board.
Oh,
No.
that's
All right,
crazy.
guys. Debuts here. I feel like y'all
What
are on
was
the
his
right track.
debut, wasn't it?
Y'all are on the right track, but we're talking debuts. So
I was talking debuts too.
talking debuts. Also,
Are
yeah,
the-
highest grossing. That's a big part of it.
They won Best
Oh.
Picture. Right? Yeah.
Matt's onto something here. I can sense it. I can actually sense it.
I'm gonna say A Star Is Born, Bradley Cooper version.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say next.
Matt says A Star Is Born. A Star Is Born 2018 is the number one answer.
Yeah, I should have said it right at the top of my board. I'm just gonna.
Oh,
Still not enough,
because
but whatever.
hey, careful! I could hide that in a second, so just be careful.
I couldn't see the rest of the board. I could only see.
So yeah. Wow. Okay, Matt, that puts the at 120. So
Should have
hey,
said it.
it's still anybody's game. Okay, Jacob, still have the 2 through 5 on the board.
What's not anybody's game?
It is still anybody's game, truly.
Oh, well, not mine.
Uh
That was my second guess, and this is the last one, right?
oh
Or
yeah,
not.
you're sorry, Matt, you're out. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What are films? What are films?
Yeah.
What are films?
Always, I'm
define
always
us.
asking that.
Films define us.
They do.
Who we are.
Matt, Matt, I can't believe you pulled that though. I love that for you so much.
Thanks.
Wow.
God, if I just set a number between Kenny and Jacob,
Does
everything would
this
be
count
perfect.
as a? Okay, I'm gonna go with Get Out. Final answer.
Jacob says Get Out. Get Out is our number 3 answer. That's going to give you 30 points. That ties with Kenny. That is Jordan Peele's directorial debut.
Wow.
Kenny, you got to make some money moves, or else we're going to some tiebreakers. Didn't think it would happen tonight, but here we are.
I feel like I have some okay picks.
Okay.
One I don't think will count because I think he was a director first. George Clooney's always directing, but I don't think his movies make that much money.
I was trying to go down the George Clooney route as well.
He's too busy on Broadway right now.
Good Night and Good Luck made $1 billion, you know? Maybe it will on Broadway, but not in a theater.
The horse in here?
I have
PETA. The horse is here. PETA.
I have a pick. I think
Okay.
I'm just gonna do it. And I'm just gonna say Lady Bird. Final answer.
Lady Bird is not on the board. That's also not her directorial debut. But that's everybody, right? That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's not
fake Greta Gerwig fan. Wow.
Dude. Oh, I can't think of movies.
I had Creed 3 and When Harry Met Sally. That's
what
is I was like,
okay, hold on, stop. I'm gonna reveal 1 through 5. Let's start there, okay? Because we do have a tiebreaker still. So just want to put that into play here. So okay. Number 1, A Star is Born. $215 million. Made a lot of money. Domestically too. I mean, that's just domestic. Sam, I gotta call you out for this. This is amazing. Number 2 was Pitch Perfect 2.
Elizabeth Banks?
Elizabeth Banks.
Dude, I put Cocaine Bear. I was gonna say Cocaine Bear. I'm glad I didn't say that.
$184 million. So yeah. Get Out. Jordan Peele. That was the number 3. Jacob got that. That is $175 million. So pretty close to Pitch Perfect 2. Creed 3. Who put Creed 3 on the board? I saw that. Somebody had it, right?
I did.
You did. That was number 4 at $156 million. Taking the director chair from Ryan Coogler, and then there was somebody else after.
Stephen Cable Jr. I think that's
Cable Jr. So, and then I'm not sure if you guys would have gotten this one, but Heaven Can Wait from 1978, Warren Beatty's directorial debut.
I thought about him.
Okay.
But I the only thing I can think of was Shampoo, which is
okay. So, all right. Well, hey, we got to start strong. So, that's crazy, guys. All right. So, Matt, unfortunately, you are not eligible for the win, but you did play a great game tonight. But
in my charger.
Oh dang. Okay. Hey man, listen. I realize it's going long, so let's cut to the chase. Okay. So. Man, I didn't think we were doing tiebreakers tonight, but here are the rules for tiebreakers. So tied players will need to answer for the 6, 7, or 8 point of one of the 5 prompts of the match. I'll spin a wheel for that. The prompt will be determined by wheel spin, as I just said. Players will go in the order set for round 1. So in this case, it's going to be Jacob going first and then Kenny. They will have 2 turns to guess the highest answer. That wins them the game. So if they get the 6, that's it. That's the end of the game. If after 2 turns they're unable to guess, it's a tie, and we call it there. So, all right, I guess I gotta pull up the wheel to decide. I didn't think I was going to do this. All right, but hey, man, you got to be prepared at all times. So,
man, I should have just said Stars Born.
Okay, so, all right, shout out to whatever secret, I guess. I just put the numbers here, so I'll remind people of the questions for that. But
I hope it's not the last one. I can't think of anything.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Number 4. So that was the live action remakes.
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
So I think this will end well for people here. So okay, so that means Jacob is going first though, so he gets the first shot.
I don't want to go first. I don't.
Just a reminder for people here: if somebody gets, let's see,
do we get to know the five?
So here's what I will say. Okay, 8 answers, or sorry, there are 8 answers total, but we got a tie for 7th. So if somebody gets a 7th, I'm just going to reveal the other tied for 7th. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
Yeah, because
You have another tie.
It is the exact. It's crazy that there's a tie for ratings. By the way, that rarely happens. I can't get down into the 3rd decimal place. Sorry, folks. Letterboxd won't let me. But so we got a tie there. So 6, 2 ties at 7, and 8. So yeah. Let's get Jacob on the board here. So
do we get to know the top 5 again, or is that part of it?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and say the top 5 again for you, and the secret answer in case you forgot the best secret answer of this Reel Movie Feud so far. Number 1 was Christopher Robin. Number 2 was Cruella. Number 3 was Maleficent. Number 4 was Cinderella, and number 5 was Alice in Wonderland. So yeah, we're going back to it. Jacob, we need 6, 7, or 8 here. If you get 6, you win the game.
Ooh-wee.
As a reminder, people could have said answers before. This is obviously, I think, because this is a tighter pool, I can say that. People could have said answers before, so don't discount that if they didn't get it on the board. That could still be the 6, 7, or 8. So keep that into consideration. So
I got 3 on my board right now that I'm just looking at. I'm beaming, trying to figure out which one would be higher rated. And I think I'm just gonna. Yeah, I'll just stick with it. I'll just stick with what I said before. I'm gonna say Aladdin. Final answer.
Aladdin is not on this main board.
That's unfortunate. Don't even get any points. Okay.
All right, Kenny. If you get 6, 7, or 8, and if you don't, we'll go one more time.
The only movie I can think of that's like, I feel like is conventionally good, like people like it, I guess, The Jungle Book 2016. Final answer.
The Jungle Book 2016 was the number 6 answer.
Dang it.
That was 2. I was down 2. The winner, folks, today is Mr. Kenny Prather. Where's the graphic?
Yeah, Kenny.
The graphic? Oh.
Good answer. Good answer.
Good answer indeed. So we're running along, but I'll go ahead and start from the top here. So 6 through 8. I didn't get to say a secret answer for number 1, so I'm glad we got back to this. Number 6, this was tough, but I basically combined them. I said either most popular Jesse Eisenberg films. I said either Justice League or Snyder Cut. I know that's because it didn't get theatrical. Listen, man, I don't make.
It would have been tricky if one of us said one thing.
Luckily, they were next to each other, which made this a lot easier. So I would have asked for clarification, I guess, there. But yeah, so that's on Letterboxd, most popular. So number 6 was Justice League or Zack Snyder's Justice League. Number 7 was Now You See Me 2. And number 8 was Zombieland Double Tap. That actually changed last minute here. I had to double check before today. That would have been Rio otherwise, but today it went over to Zombieland Double Tap for 8. So let's see, what do we got here? Highest rated Charlize Theron movies on Metacritic. So number 6 was The Old Guard at 70. We had 2 ties at 7th, North Country at 68, and The Italian Job 2003 at 68. Number 8 was Long Shot. You guys remember Long Shot with Seth Rogen?
Yeah.
I was like, there's no way it was Long Shot.
I was thinking that in another match, wasn't I?
Oh, God, I keep forgetting. Hey, secret answer for Jesse Eisenberg was the Sasquatch Sunset. I thought that.
Okay, cool. I thought that might have been the secret, but I didn't want to. It was too risky to do.
That's listen, man. Sometimes that's how it goes. So, Sight and Sound is one was tough for them, but Sight and Sound's greatest films of all time on their 2022 list that were 90 minutes and under. That's all. Gosh, I don't know how to pronounce this. Sorry, French people. We're gonna put this on the board. Maybe somebody will get it. That's the movie.
That was my next guess.
Lena, sure.
No way. There is
no.
no way.
That was at 89 minutes. That was ranked 34. City Lights was number 7 at rank 36, 87 minutes. And then Breathless was number 8 at 38 at 90 minutes. You guys were such on the right path. That hurt me so bad. Man, so live action remakes, because we just did this. Jungle Book was number 6. Tied at 7th was The Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast at 3.14. And then because it wasn't, Pete's Dragon was number 8.
No way.
I thought about it.
Pete's Dragon was number 8. I considered it. I put it, all the judges, me, myself, and I. And I thought so. I think Aladdin would have been number 9, but it wasn't quite there. So either way, it was still higher. So yeah. And then that was the good answer was Sorcerer's Apprentice. That's a fun one. Okay, I love these domestic grossing. This is really interesting. So, like I said, Stars Born, Pitch Perfect 2, Get Out, Creed 3, Heaven Can Wait, Dog, the 2020 movie. That was Channing Tatum's directorial debut.
Way.
Oh, I totally forgot about
Read Carolyn. But yeah, so the co-direction on that. Harlem Nights back in 1989. That would be Eddie Murphy's directorial debut at $60 million. Dog was $98 million, by the way.
Wow.
This one was tough. I would say they were actors first, so I have to double check and make sure which one was the actor. But he is big. Vacation 2015. Anyone have a guess of who the directors were on that one?
Those were the game night guys.
That is right. But more famously, I think John Francis Daley was known for Freaks and Geeks. And he had a big actor before his director and stuff. So also on Bones, I guess, looking this up and waiting. So a couple other ones. Kenny, what do you think the secret answer is?
Why is this towards me?
I don't know. Why would it be towards you?
What does this mean? I don't know. I can't think of anything.
$14 million. We got Tom Green's directorial debut. Freddy Got Fingered was the secret answer.
You can do it all.
I thought somebody might have said it. I thought somebody might have jokingly said it.
I guess Kung Pao would also work. Yeah.
Kung Pao, yeah, that would also have been.
Yeah, did they even have a box office?
Or no, or did he make Barnyard first?
Who made Barnyard? I don't know.
Maybe
I thought I knew what you're talking about. I guess I don't. But yeah, hey guys, that was Reel Movie Feud. Hey, thanks for joining. That one ran a little long, but maybe the next one won't. Hey, thanks for playing, guys. Though I appreciate it. And yeah, be on the lookout. We should have another one coming up next week. If I'm assuming nothing gets rescheduled, but it should be Andrew, Maddie, and Sophie. So be on the lookout for that. So people watching here will know and spread the word, I guess. But otherwise, we'll let you know next week. Hey, players, thanks for playing. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Cole.
The feud is over.
The feud is over.
Yeah.
That should be your new outro.
The feud is over.
You want to do that one more time?
Sorry. Yeah. The feud is over.